Breaking news. Charger Nation, you better sit down for this one, because what's happening inside the Los Angeles Chargers camp is nothing short of shocking. The winds are shifting, and fast. We've got 3 major updates that could completely change the course of the 2025 season. First up, head coach Jim Harbaugh is making some bold, unexpected moves. These aren't just small adjustments. These are game-changing decisions that could either take this team to the next level or leave fans in disbelief. Next, one of the Chargers' legendary defenders is making serious noise. This isn't just about stats. It's about pride, passion, and reminding the entire NFL why this man still strikes fear in opponents. And finally, hold on tight, there's talk of a massive move. A $17 million pass rusher could be heading to Los Angeles. If it happens, it would be one of the biggest defensive upgrades we've seen in years. But before we get to all the explosive details, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss a moment of breaking Chargers news. Let's keep Charger fans strong and informed. Now, let's dive into the full story. This isn't just news. This could change everything. This isn't just any update, Bolt Nation. This feels like something bigger, like fate is lining things up at the perfect time. And if you pay close attention, you'll see how 3 different storylines are actually coming together, like pieces of a puzzle that could push the Chargers straight toward a championship run. Behind closed doors, the Chargers coaching staff is doing something brilliant. Quietly, cleverly, they're building a foundation that could shock the entire NFL. And it all starts with a mindset, a new approach, that might just flip the script on how rosters are built. Let's talk about Jim Harbaugh. Yes, the same coach who turned Michigan into a powerhouse, but this isn't college football anymore. And that's the beauty of it. He's not just repeating what he did in Michigan, he's elevating it. This offseason, Harbaugh has been making what he calls dart throws. Small, smart risks, strategic bets on players who might have been overlooked. But here's the twist. Those darts, they're landing, and hard. Remember, Harbaugh and GM Joe Hortiz didn't have much cap space to work with, but they still found a way to make impact moves. Poona Ford? He looked like a wall on defense. Christian Fulton? Solid, dependable, just what our secondary needed. Rookie Ladd McConkey? He lit up the field when the offense needed a spark. Even Will Dissly, who some doubted, turned in a career-best season. These aren't lucky guesses. This is a plan in motion, and it's working. Let's talk defense. Bolt Nation, and trust me, this is where things get wild. Last season, Elijah Molden quietly became the key to unlocking a whole new look for our defense. Thanks to his versatility, the Chargers ran 3 safeties on the field, which let Derwin James Jr. move around like a grandmaster in a chess game. Always one step ahead, always in the right place at the right time. But that was just the beginning. Now, with more cap room and the full trust of the front office, Jim Harbaugh is doubling down on those smart, under-the-radar moves. And this time, he's building depth everywhere. Wide receivers? Justin Herbert is seeing mismatches all over the field during OTAs. No more relying on one guy like McConkey, now he's got weapons all over the place. But here's where things get serious. Harbaugh's competition-first mindset is transforming this roster. It's not a slogan. It's a war zone. Every position group is up for grabs, and nobody is safe. The fight for starting spots at center and left guard. Zion Johnson and Bradley Bozeman are going head-to-head in one of the nastiest camp battles we've seen in years. The wide receiver room? Explosive. The cornerback competition? Unpredictable and fierce. This is how champions are built, not by playing it safe, but by forcing every player to earn their spot. And just when you think it couldn't get any more intense, here comes Khalil Mack. The veteran linebacker is turning heads again, but not just because of his power. It's the way he's carrying himself, focused, fired up, and moving like a man on a mission. This is heart. This is soul. This is what it means to be a Charger. Khalil Mack is no longer just a name on the roster. He's a symbol of resilience, of what it means to fight through pain, silence the doubt, and come back with a fire that can't be ignored. The last couple of years tested him in ways most players never face. Injuries hit. The team changed around him. Experts started to question if his best days were behind him. Some even wrote him off. But Mack? He didn't back down. He didn't complain. He went to work. While others doubted, he stayed locked in. He trained. He studied. And most of all, he waited. Not just for a comeback, but for a rebirth. Now he's back. And this version of Khalil Mack, it's personal. He's moving with purpose, practicing with intensity, and leading in a way that's lighting a spark throughout the locker room. His energy is contagious. Coaches feel it, teammates feed off it, and fans should get ready for it. But here's what really hits hard. It's not just about football anymore. Mack is showing the younger players what true leadership looks like. He's proving that setbacks aren't the end. They're just a new beginning. His work ethic has become a message to every rookie, every undrafted fighter, every doubter in the room. This isn't just a comeback. It's a reminder that greatness never fades. It just reloads. That's what Khalil Mack said recently. And those words should give every Chargers fan goosebumps. This isn't just a player returning to form. This is a warrior, locked in with one goal: domination. Mack isn't just talking. He's proving that true champions rise from challenges. And just as he rediscovers his fire, a brand new twist enters the story. Bolt Nation, get ready. The third piece of this puzzle might be the biggest yet. A move so bold, it could take our defense from solid to scary. The Green Bay Packers just made a huge decision, cutting star cornerback Jair Alexander after failing to reach a deal. But here's where it gets interesting. They might also be ready to trade Luke Van Ness, a former first-round pick. A $17 million pass rushing machine, a player built to cause chaos. And guess where the experts believe he belongs? Right here, in Los Angeles, in powder blue. Last Word on Sports didn't hold back. They named the Chargers as the ideal landing spot for Van Ness, saying he could instantly upgrade the defense beyond what we've seen from players like Hand or Otito Ogbonnia. This isn't just about adding talent, it's about completing the vision Harbaugh is building. A dangerous, deep, and determined defense. So imagine this: Khalil Mack back at full strength, Tuli Tuipulotu making noise, Derwin flying around, and now, possibly adding Luke Van Ness. Bolt Nation, this could be the missing piece. Now take a step back, Bolt Nation, and look at the full picture. You've got Khalil Mack, reignited and leading with fire. You've got Jim Harbaugh, stacking smart moves with surgical precision. And now, the possibility of adding Luke Van Ness, a $17 million pass rusher with something to prove. Everything is starting to connect, and it's electric. Van Ness didn't fully break out in Green Bay, but that's exactly why this is exciting. Sometimes all it takes is the right system, the right coaching, and the right teammate to bring the fire out of a player. And let's be honest, there's no better mentor than Khalil Mack. Under Jesse Minter's aggressive defensive scheme, with Harbaugh calling the shots, Van Ness could unlock a version of himself that the league hasn't seen yet. This isn't just about adding depth. It's about building a nightmare for opposing offenses. A defense with size, speed, and attitude. One that doesn't just stop you, it breaks you. Picture it. Mack bringing the pressure, Van Ness feeding off that energy. Derwin James roaming free, Tuli Tuipulotu attacking from every angle. That's not just a defense. That's a message to the league. The Chargers are done waiting. This is how you build something special. This is how playoff teams become championship teams. This is how Bolt Nation rises, not with hype, but with results. Because the question isn't, can we handle greatness? It's whether greatness is ready to face us.